Hello, subscriber family. Attorney Lee Marvin here. I specialize in immigration law, and I have been for over a decade. So we've gotten a request for this video, which is how to reach out to the government, immigration, specifically the National Visa Center, about your case. Okay, so this has been a question for a while for people. Because post-COVID, I'm so sick of saying that, to be honest with you, but post-COVID, things got really crazy. It's still crazy because of the wait times and how difficult it is to deal with a bureaucratic organization like USCIS and the National Visa Center under the State Department. Incredibly bureaucratic, incredibly difficult, okay? Most of the time, there's not much success in doing that. But that being said, you still might need to know how to reach out to them if you don't have an attorney like me. I usually do this for people, but it is helpful to kind of know how the process works. So the National Visa Center is the office that processes paperwork for the State Department for the embassies, okay? So when you start, and let's talk about family-based green cards. You start the green card process, which is the I-130 process, petition for alien relative to get a green card. Consular processing is the processing by the consular office within the embassy for the interview to be conducted outside the United States, okay? National Visa Center is the second part of this process. The first part, USCIS always starts this process out. They review the I-130 and they analyze it and they determine whether the petitioner has the legal right to do so and whether they have the legal relationship with the beneficiary to be able to do this process. So the USCIS, they go through and they analyze it. They make a decision. Decision says, yep, you're good, you're approved, I-130 approved. At the bottom of the notice, they say, we're sending this along to the National Visa Center, which I think is in New Hampshire. So in New Hampshire, they get this forwarded to them, which is your approval. I honestly don't know what more than that they're sending to the National Visa Center. I think it's just the approval. Then the National Visa Center provides information to the applicant, to the sponsor and beneficiary, to then do a bunch of other stuff. So it goes to the National Visa Center, who then says, okay, follow our incredibly difficult and convoluted process in order to move forward. Okay, so step 2 is National Visa Center. So they've changed how they've done it over the last few years. It used to be 100% paper-based, okay? Now they have an online portal, which honestly is pretty useful as far as how you access it and provide information. You upload documents. Okay, so the National Visa Center is the office that processes all the paperwork that goes to support the green card request at the embassy. So they provide you the means of providing this information to them. In that communication, they always provide the information how to contact them. The success of contacting them, it may be a different story, okay? But that contact information is there. Usually it's an 800 number that you call, and you got to be prepared and committed to waiting potentially for an hour as you get funneled through the different phone tree and just sitting on hold, waiting for an agent who comes on the phone, and they may or may not be able to help you, okay? So that number is on the correspondence. Usually, again, it's electronic, so you get an email from them. The days of getting something in the mail with that kind of contact information, it's past. It's usually through email. You may or may not get that email. Your attorney may or may not get that email. But if you do, that information is there. If you don't have it, okay, you can go to the website. You can do a search and go to the National Visa Center within the State Department. Again, we're not talking about Department of Homeland Security anymore. This is the Department of State, okay? Department of State has the National Visa Center. It has their page with links, phone number, and a portal for inquiries. They call it a public inquiry portal, okay, where you can actually type in your information. You've got to have basically your filing with you is my recommendation. You have to have your filing ready to input the information. You have to input the proper information, the proper order, and then what happens? You click on the drop-down boxes for the different relevant information, the office, and that will then trigger them. I think usually they get like between 10 and 30 days to respond to requests, okay? So that's how it's done. They probably won't give you a call, but they will provide you a response. Again, I'm a little bit jaded these days because of constant problems with the government over these matters and the lawsuits and such. But it is the only way that this really happens for people. So you go on their website, you submit a public inquiry form, they get back to you, and then you just go from there. Infinitely easier. Hire an attorney who knows what they're doing and how to do this stuff, okay? I tell people all the time, you do not want to do this yourself. I don't really want to do this, but I'm good at it. So you should hire an attorney that does this because it's going to take the burden off you. Sleepless nights, not knowing and having to demean yourself by doing Google searches for answers for complex legal issues and administrative processes with the government. You don't want to deal with it. You want to hire an attorney to deal with it. That's what we're here for. So that's my recommendation to you. Again, I'll say marvinlawoffice.com. Check out our website. We have information, links to our social media. You can click alerts to be notified of different things, like through our YouTube channel. We have lots of really great videos that are very helpful to people. But our website, marvinlawoffice.com, has our contact information, our direct phone number, and we, unlike the government, actually do respond. I think we have like a 97% phone answer rate in our office. It's pretty darn good. Nights and weekends, sometimes here and there, but we're consistent, okay? So reach out to us. Area code 616-805-3435 is our direct line. Call us with questions. If you go to our website, you can click on our case evaluation, free case evaluation. We will reach out to you and we will talk to you about your situation, whether you're a new potential client, new potential immigrant, or whether you have an ongoing case. I've done them all, okay? I've specialized in immigration for over 10 years. That's a decade, okay? In other words, it's a decade. It's a lot of water under the bridge. I've done a lot of these cases, and I've gotten quite good at them. So reach out to us with your issues, your questions, your concerns, and we can help you, okay? So back to the National Visa Center. Plan ahead so that you have time. You will be frustrated. Just embrace it, okay? It's not fun if you are doing this yourself, but the public inquiry form, the phone number that is embedded in your email or on their webpage, there's either public inquiry or there's a list of numbers. You call and you just try to ask your question. Some questions are readily available while others are an impossibility. But that's how you contact the National Visa Center to drive your case forward. Again, National Visa Center is the second of three. So once everything is done with the National Visa Center, it basically triggers the submission to the embassy so that the embassy will contact you and tell you what they require, which is a heck of a process in itself. reach out to us. We do this. We're really good at this. You don't want to have to do it yourself. Reach out to us. I would love to help you.